I actually downloaded the Resident Evil movies because I'm trash.
Why do you watch whatever. You have HBO.
Yeah. I want to watch those movies.
You could watch the Studio Ghibli movies. You have those there. But nah, man, I gotta watch trash Resident Evil. I gotta watch bad shit because I need my junk food. You could be watching gorgeous animation.
You get it?
Oh, so stupid.
No, like, I finished Glee, which was trash. And so I have to follow it up with worse trash.
You know, I can't talk.
Glee? I thought you said you were stopping that.
No. I had to see it through. It wasn't worth it, but I had to see it through.
I can't talk because I'm in the middle of my fucking summer of DC, so what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah.
But I acknowledge those are bad, okay?
I mean, I'm fully aware that Resident Evil is bad. That was the joke. But, like, I never saw the last one, so I want to, and I don't remember most of them. So I want to watch through up to the last one.
Which one are you on?
I haven't started.
Oh.
You want to do a watch along with those?
I'm not.
I mean, I have to wait then.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, he doesn't want to watch this, Thomas. How about, Thomas, we'll do our own watch along. There you go.
No, I just mean I'm home all day.
We do that every Monday.
That's true. We'll do double our own watch along. Seriously.
Because that, like, I'm just saying that would be like 6 weeks.
Yeah. I know. Right.
You know what? Real quick, I really wanted to watch Flash Gordon with both of y'all because that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a movie?
Look like what?
Yeah, Flash Gordon came in the 80s.
I thought that was a show.
No, it was a show. It's been a lot of things, but the movie is the one that's most famous for because
it doesn't have the song though, right?
Yeah, dun 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 Flash. Aha! Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the TV show.
No, dude, that originally was a movie in the 1980.
It's in the movie?
Yeah, dude, it plays almost the entire movie. It's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Savior of the universe. Dude, that fucking it's. Oh god, sorry. Okay, let's do this.
All right, I'm just gonna assume that Justin's ready as well.
Yeah, he's been ready.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chart Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around, talk about the things they've been playing and the things going on in our lives. Today, I have with me Justin.
What's up? I'm comfy.
And Ben.
Flash! Savior of the universe!
We love Queen here. This is a Queen-friendly zone.
Yeah. Miss you, Freddy. But I'm glad you're not alive to see the state of the world.
The world burning down.
Yeah.
So let's begin with Justin. Maybe he can save us from the world.
The Great White Hope.
No pressure. Oh my god.
Right. That's racist. I think. I don't know if it was a reference or if you were just... Anyway. I actually haven't played much. That's what I was trying to think of what would be the best thing to open with to save. I went through the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath story mode. I did the character towers for the new characters because Ben was always talking about how cool those towers are and stuff. So I was like, I'll try those. Why not? And then I did the story mode. And I really like the new characters. Specifically Fujin. I think Fujin's a lot of fun. But Shiva's great too, just a little more limited. Like, it kind of feels like you're doing the same variations of, like, just grab them and punch them. But she's cool. And RoboCop is fine, but I liked him more than I thought I would after Ben trashed him last time.
I didn't trash him. What are you talking about? I just said he's not my playstyle.
I mean, he's better than Terminator. I'll say that.
That's debatable. But, like, I just said he's, like, the ultimate zoner. People are going to hate him online. That's all I said.
Yeah, that's what you say. Yeah.
Like, the most whenever I got tired of playing him and I just wanted to get the battle over, the most satisfying thing to do would be to do the meter burn rocket launcher.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because you just poo 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it just juggles, and then you can follow up with a midair kick or something. Mm-hmm. It's great. But yeah, Fujin I really liked. I played around with him a little bit more. I made a custom version, things like that. But I actually, like, I'll get back to what I'm playing, but it made me want to do a video on the the characters, like the forgotten characters that I most want to see brought back and, like, you know, updated. because we have a few great examples now of like, I think Tanya was okay in MKX, but like Frost and Fujin, both in MK11, were like the first time they've shown up in probably 10 years.
20, dude. Oh, no, hold on. They were in the Wii game. I keep forgetting Armageddon is a thing.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that game is a thing. Sorry.
Right. Since last gen, basically, when everyone was kind of jank. And then, you know, they brought back Kenshi, who was always great, but like, you know, it's the best he's ever been and that kind of thing. So like I came up with a list of characters that I'd like to see brought back, and not necessarily because like they're great characters, but because I think they could be really cool brought back. Like I wouldn't have thought Fujin would be this cool, but it's just he kind of fits that niche of like wind powers that a lot of characters don't have, so it makes him really interesting, and like he plays differently than anyone else.
Hell yeah.
So I might get around to that eventually. I'm not really, you know.
If Mavado is on that list, I'm calling it invalid, because you can't make Mavado or Suhao cool. It's on the fucking list. I can see it in your fucking face.
Suhao is trash. Okay, let me defend Mavado real quick.
Oh, God.
He's not a great character. He would not be at the top of the list. But, like, he was always just played up as the Cabal replacement. And spoilers, I hate Cabal. He's trash. Like I can't get over his just that he does constantly.
Got the spins,
and he's just not fun. He's never been fun. But Mavado like had those same the same weapons, but like had some actual cooler attacks, like his grappling hook and things like that. Like he was basically a weapons master. So I think he would fit an interesting niche where like all of his powers are weapons, because he has no like superpowers or anything. So he'd be more like the Takeda type, where it's just, you know, like just different types of weapons that he pulls out to do different moves. And I think that's really cool. And it's more like melee ranged weapons rather than like guns, like a lot of the weapon-based characters are. But anyway, like I said, he's not amazing, but you're right, he would be on the list, because I think he fits I can't think of anything else other than niche that isn't really explored yet. But anyway, Mortal Kombat 11 is still great. I also went through a bunch of the crypt stuff, because I realized that like very little of your progress is actually gated by coins and stuff. Because you can still get like the upgrades and things like that as you go, just by exploring. I think now I've gotten to a point where I need like 3,000 souls or something to be able to create a bridge to go to where's next. I'm not sure.
Oh, that doesn't go anywhere.
Oh,
that just leads you to like a thing, like a secret chest.
Okay.
It doesn't like lead you.
Is there a point when like you have everything and the whole island is available?
Yeah, I did that like a year ago.
No, I just mean like is there like a big ending?
Not
like, do you know when you have everything?
Not really. You kind of just keep doing the crypt, because there's little Chronica thing. You've seen the Chronica things, right? You basically can spend money to rewind time, and basically those chests get refilled. So there's no ending. It's pretty much just you just go in there and open shit. You can also go to the shrine, and every time you put in 100,000, you're guaranteed a skin. If you put in 90, at least 75,000. You're guaranteed like some kind of gear, like for characters. It's all random, so that's pretty much it. There's no end game for the crypt. You might find like every significant like Shao Kahn chest, but
I don't mean end game as far as like getting all the treasure chests or anything. I mean like getting all of the abilities to unlock every part of the island.
Okay, Kenshi's blindfold,
mm-hmm.
Ermac to do the soul to get the souls.
Mm-hmm.
Shao Kahn's hammer,
mm-hmm.
Chronica's thing to do the time reverse, the meteor. I think that's it. I think
there's scorpions.
Scorpions, the thing. I think that's it, my guy.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been.
Then I think I have everything. I thought there was like a cool story moment or something.
No, pretty much now. Like there's certain doors that I can't remember how you get them.
Like skeleton keys, I think.
Yeah, to get to them. That's pretty much, and you got to do like outside of the tower to do that, and it tells you how. You just look it up online.
Okay.
But there's nothing like on the island. You pretty much found everything. I think technically Ermac is probably the last thing you find.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, the crypt is still great. I thought there was a little bit more to it. That's kind of disappointing.
Nope.
But, the crypt is still great. Like, I really like the little teases of other characters and stuff. Like you can see Blaze fighting on the bridge against someone. I can't tell who the other person is.
Hornbuckle.
Huh?
Hornbuckle. It's Hornbuckle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Because that's still like that's not a real character still, so I didn't realize that. And then like a bunch of the items and stuff you get are like named after various background characters and things like that. Like those forgotten characters I talked about.
Yeah, there's like a whole section dedicated to like weapons, and one of them is Drummond's stupid arm.
Yeah, thing. Which is funny. Like they hate Drummond, but he still gets a shout out.
He's such a dumb character. Oh my God.
He's terrible.
Let's make a character who's so fucking stinky.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of brought that back with MKX Reptile in a way.
Yeah. And then like you said, Ermac, you just see him die and then steal his soul power or whatever. But like it's so cool that he's in there.
Yeah. All 5 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some neat stuff in there. But aside from that, I've actually played a lot more Dead by Daylight with friends. I'm trying to just get my rank up and stuff because there's like it's still not a free to play game, but there's like a system now where you can like rank up and get like various collectibles and like some alternate skins and stuff like that. And there's 2 different tiers for like the like if you don't spend money and then if you do spend money, which is kind of garbage when the game costs money too. But the pass is like $10 and you get a lot more stuff on that tier, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I'm trying to rank up so I can get more stuff on that tier, because it's a good way to like buy characters in the store and stuff without spending real money. But nothing really to report on that game. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited for the Silent Hill stuff. Honestly, this week's kind of a blur to me. I can't even think of what I played. Yeah, man. I guess come back to me.
Wow, you didn't go 20 minutes. You only went 10.
I know. Weird. Like I am dead.
New record.
The shortest Justin segment in the show.
I probably have more. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
Ben, go ahead.
I also played MK Aftermath. I did all the character arcade endings, and RoboCop's also my favorite just because of what it's going on, and what he represents. Just like fuck everything, I'm gonna just blow you the fuck up.
Oh, we need to do that soon. When are you guys free for RoboCop?
Oh yeah. I will say I felt like the ending, the end of Aftermath, like the story mode, was kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I'll agree. Because like it's kind of like without spoiling it, you get the one ending, which is like, yeah, that I want to. God fuck. Okay, I gotta spoil it. Thomas, have you played Aftermath yet?
Earmuffs.
He took off his. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, so I chose Liu Kang's ending first. You have to choose between Shang Tsung's and Liu Kang's ending. I chose Liu Kang thinking, oh god, because the whole they start the whole thing that because like Liu Kang doesn't know what he's doing or whatever, he doesn't have the crown, and I chose his ending because, well, he's gonna fuck it up, right? He has to fuck it up. No, he literally becomes Raiden, and he finds Kung Lao, which I'm like, okay. And then I pick Shang Tsung thinking, okay, and he literally becomes the emperor of all, and he is super huge. This is a hilarious image.
But like they're really short and safe, and I don't know, there's not much there.
That's fine, like I'm okay. It kind of puts a nice bow on everything on the past 3 games we've been through, and it doesn't it's the end game for their trilogy, where it's like we're not gonna hint at anything. We're done with Mortal Kombat for now. So like
that's fair.
I can see the disappointment, but to me, I took it as like, you know what, that's fine. and obviously the Liu Kang Fire God is going to be the true ending, and the Shang Tsung's going to be this alternate thing. Oh, yeah. But yeah, like it's not the greatest ending. It's I think I like, but it's considering MK9 ended with everybody dying. MKX ended with Raiden turning evil and like seeing Liu Kang and Katana becoming the emperors and empresses of the Netherrealm, and then here it's like, okay, that's fine, we're good. Yeah. I'm okay. Let's wrap a bow. Let's go.
But I actually thought like the original MK11 ending was really good, and like I didn't expect DLC, so I was like, oh, I wonder where it's gonna go next. And now I'm like, I don't care where it goes next.
Yeah, which is fine because we're not going to get MK12 for a long time, according to them. So, which is fine. Let's enjoy this game. Let's not think about the next game for a long, long time. Let's just enjoy this, or MKX if you prefer it over MK11. But having played all of them, I think Fuji is easily my favorite. I play RoboCop just to annoy people. I won't lie. it's just super fun to throw out grenades and call Trops.
It's your troll.
It's the troll character. It's like, it's like you see so many idiots on Twitter like, oh, you're Zoner, you're not playing the game. I'm like, bitch, get in. You know how you get in? You fucking pick Scorpion, you do teleport, and then eventually I'm gonna learn to block that shit and fucking crush you. So, yeah, like seriously, like I love doing that, dude. I think one match I just literally spammed that shit, and this guy kept teabagging me even though I was winning because clearly he was mad because he wasn't, because I wouldn't let him in. I'm like, dude, I'm playing the character. Either pick a character who can deal with who can say fuck your zoning, a la Scorpion, or pretty much I think a lot of characters have teleports in some variation, or you can create your own and play in casual mode. Nothing wrong with that, or in casual plays. Shiva, I want to like Shiva. I want to like Shiva so much, but her normals she is way too stubby. Like, it feels like she's punching with her forearms and not her, like, her reach is stupid long. She's a Shokan. And I feel like for some reason they just made her go like, you can't see it, but like hitting with your elbows.
Yeah, she does a lot of elbow and shin attacks, which is weird.
Yeah, it's like...
Or knee, I guess.
Yeah, but like, there's one that I like, one move that I put on, it's called Dragon Stance, and she gets into a stance, basically, and she can shoot projectiles from, like, based on different buttons, so if you do, your press buttons, but then you can do like up triangle or down X or something, and that'll go up, make the projectile go up, go down, and you can cancel the stance. I thought that was super cool. Or you can do like an EX version where it comes out super slowly. You can do one where it like travels along the ground. It was super cool. My favorite though is like she has a move where she can like slam you when you do the EX version, and it causes bleed damage, and you just by walking you're bleeding, you lose damage. It's so much fun. But she has some cool costumes too. Like I like some of the costumes she has. But unfortunately she's like I just don't like how stubby she is. She's just way too stubby. Her wake up to where she's invincible is just her literally raising her arms up, and it's so short. It doesn't reach anything. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, it's stupid short. Fujin's my favorite. There's nothing better than to, like, when you're doing, like, their move when you can walk along the sky and you track someone, you do the AX version, and then you can cancel that, and you can press Y, and it does, like, a sword attack, and you can meet a burn that. He's a really creative character, and he's going to be so much fun to see at high level at EVO next month. If anybody does play him. I don't know if anybody will, but we'll see. But yeah, even though none of them are like my true play styles, I may go back to Nightwolf eventually at some point. They're all really well done, and I don't think there's anything wrong with those characters. They're all really, really fun in their own in their own perspective. That being said, I also played the long-awaited Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition that came out last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. Oh, it feels so good to be home. It feels good to play this game on a TV, because I think I said this before, where I played this originally on the new 3DS when it came out, when they got a port of it in 2014. So to see, like, the game was already massive, but to like see the open vistas and like the big town areas on my 32-inch TV was super cool. Even in handheld mode, I get that sense of scale. My favorite though is when I get to Gower Plain, the sort of the first major area you get to, your first major zone, and it looks big. My favorite part is remembering, oh right, there's an underneath section, and there's a section that widens out. Oh my god, how big is this place? It's definitely way bigger than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. X is a little bit bigger, but that's like a whole other beast entirely. I'm primarily playing it on my TV. Like I don't think I've touched it. Maybe I've played a little bit in handheld mode just to do like some side quests and stuff like that. But I will say this in terms of the graphics, it's clear that some textures were favored over others, because there are some shit that I'm like, that is from the Wii era, and you can tell what they prioritize. I even think they did an interview of it like about 3 weeks ago where they're like, you know, they didn't have, it's not like it's a complete rebuild, so they're literally building it off of the original engine, I think. And obviously the character models got the most attention in certain textures, but like certain you angle certain things, and I'm like, ooh, that looks rough. But like, it's whatever. That's a nitpick. It doesn't hurt the gaming experience at all. My favorite part though is the customization aspect. Because one of the things I hated in RPGs, or hate in RPGs in general, is the fact that the best armors look the dumbest always. You look stupid, you look silly. I don't want to wear this. So in this game, you can actually have the best armor, but you can customize. But then, like right below it in the menus, in the customizations, when you're checking the equipment, you can choose like the what costume or what skin you want to wear. And I love this because there's a character you meet not relatively early on, but within Gower Plain. Her name's Charlotte. She's basically your healer. She uses a sniper rifle to heal you. Fun. And one of the weapons she gets is a rifle of someone she loved, or someone significant to her, without spoiling it. And it's a very powerful rifle. And the thing I hated is that eventually you get a gun that's better than that, and you switch it out in the original game. Now I can still keep his rifle on her back, but have the stats of a better rifle, and I think that's super fucking cool. I can make the characters look how I want to look without sacrificing. I can have my fashion souls without sacrificing my stats, and that is fucking awesome. Yeah, it's great, and I encourage anybody who's never played Xenoblade to play it for the first time. It's definitely a great opportunity to hop into this humongous world that is Xenoblade Chronicles. It can be overwhelming, but once you start playing, I could get lost in it for days. I think I played it for like 7 hours on Wednesday. Like, that's the longest I played it, and I was just doing side quests. Just like, go kill the 3 of these monsters, go find this, go do this, go find this thing for me, and that's all it was. But I just didn't care because the music's amazing. The just running around is amazing. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, great game so far, and it's going to be a great game because I've played this before, and I can't wait to see what other areas look like. But the other game I played this week of any significance was Shantae and the Seven Sirens, the new Shantae game, and I mentioned it a little bit last week. I think. Yes.
We talked about Shantae. I know that.
Okay, so I played a little bit more this time, and I really like it. One thing I didn't talk about last time is that, and I don't think I've seen it mentioned before in like any kind of like press releases or reviews, is and it's not too significant, but I find it interesting. So now it has a card aspect. Now, before you jump down his throat, it's not like a card game. So basically, when you fight certain enemies, they'll drop cards, and you can in the items menu you can equip 3 cards at a time, and they give you like a minor buff, like collect red gems, get more gems, increase crawling speed, which is funny, and you don't, I'll tell you this right now, you don't need to, if you're thinking, oh god, this is another, you don't need to worry about that. This game is easy enough without dealing with that. It's just a way to make your journey a little bit easier, if you want to. Like this card from this monster And the drop rate's actually pretty generous. I don't feel like some monsters are a little bit stingy, but it's like, it's not really worth it to do that. If you literally just buy the upgrades for her hair, you're gonna be fine. Like seriously, you don't need if you. But to me, I like putting them in because it's fun. PlayStation wise, if you're looking for a hardcore Metroidvania, it's not it. It's pretty light on that aspect. You pretty much you have a set area. You go here. Oh, I'll come back later. That's pretty much what it is. It's not gonna like. It's not if you're looking for a Hollow Knight or an Ori. It's not that, but it's still serviceable. It's still fun. The voice acting is hilarious. All minor that it is, Christina V puts so much energy into Shantae, and I love it every single time. And what I love about this game is that in the previous game, in previous games she would have like animal transformations, and now for some reason she doesn't have them, but they're on vacation, so I don't know, like. It's weird, so don't think about it. But so in this game, you do get animal transformations, but you do that whenever you rescue some of the genies that have been kidnapped. You basically they give you a little thing that allows you to transform, and so far they're all unique transformations to the game. Like the first one you get is like you get a dash that you can do in the air, and it's like a little toad, and it's cute. And Shantae would go. Toad Dash, and it's adorable. It's like a little lizard.
So it's like you only transform when you do the move, or you have to transform too.
No, you only transform when you do the move. So you don't have to. Yeah. So and I was gonna get to that next second. So far I have that a little drill squid thing, and then one of the things you see is like a rock, and I kept thinking, oh, that's gonna be her elephant transformation. Because that's what she's had in previous games. No, the transformation you get to destroy those rocks is a fucking like huge ass turtle that you'll belly flop into them. I'm like, that's so great. And then you can spin with you can charge up the turtle by holding down Y, and he'll spin on she'll spin on her back. It's awesome. It's a hilarious visual. But you do have dances in this game, similar, but instead of transforming into like what she had in Half Genie Hero, she gets new transformations based on so every time you rescue a genie, she then tells you, oh, I lost this certain thing for me, can you find it for me? It seems like that's going to repeat for the rest of them, and if you do, she gives you like a special dance that you can do. So the first one you get is a thing that can reveal hidden like paths or hidden things, and most of the time it's like a little statue that appears that you can break for more gems. The second one is a refresh dance that can heal you, but if you see like trees, it can like grow shit. So I'd imagine the other ones would give something similar, but the dancing is way faster versus it felt like forever to transform in the last game. You could get an upgrade to make it faster, but here it's not so much. You pretty much just hold X, Shantae will start dancing, and then it'll appear. So yeah. But yeah, this game is great. And again, I'll say if you've never played a Shantae game before, this is a perfect one to start. Like you might ask like yourselves, like, who the fuck is Bolo? Who's Sky? Who are these people? They explain who they are, relatively well. You don't really need to know who they are. You might like have more affinity for them because you've played past games, but it's not apparent. Like pretty much all you need to know is they're on vacation and shenanigans and shit arise. My horrible thing, one thing I don't like about it though, is Sky, who's Shantae's friend, at least written, like they're there to have a vacation, and like she tells Shantae, Shantae tells her like, I have to find these girls, like they're missing, and Sky is just like, fuck off, whatever, I just want to have a vacation. I'm like, Sky, what the fuck? Why are you acting like this? Like your friend wants your okay, whatever. And Sky literally just in her room, like, I can't be bothered, and it's like. It's bothering me. I'm like, why are you so rude to your friend? She just wants to do good. Yeah, that's a minor thing. It's just a weird thing. I'm sure she'll come around. But still, yeah, go pick it up. Seriously, it's a fun little Shantae game. But that's all I've played.
I thought about it honestly. Probably
I got it for 15 because I used my Nintendo Gold coins on it.
Mm.
You might want to get the earlier ones because those are actual Metroidvanias.
The Game Boy one's hard to play because there's no map and it's very hard to navigate. The DS one has a map, but it's not the best map. Pirate's Curse is not like super interconnected Metroidvania, so I'll give you that much. And then Half Genie Hero is pretty much a stage-to-stage platformer.
So I've been playing. I haven't been playing too much this week, but last week I forgot to mention that I played Iron Man VR.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be buying that game when it comes out.
Nice.
I really enjoyed the flying around and abilities.
Can I ask you something, Thomas?
What?
Does the HUD, does it look like Iron Man, like you're seeing it?
When you start it up, yeah, it you see like the thing come in.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I feel like the progression, like the way you get around in that game, is similar to Echo Arena, where it's like everything is like you move with your hands basically.
Yeah. It's like the propulsors, right?
Yeah.
And depending on where you hold them and thrust, depends on where you go.
Mm-hmm.
You have a booster as well.
Hold them and thrust.
Right. The flying feels really good. It's one of the few VR games that gave me those VR legs at the beginning there, but I got used to like being able to not collapse when I fly, so it's pretty cool. But no, it's really cool when you're in the middle of a battle and you're using just one to propel and one to shoot. Like you feel like you're actual like Iron Man, like just boosting around everywhere, shooting bad guys and stuff. It seems like there's going to be different combat like abilities. In the demo, it's the story demo itself. You only got the hand blasters, but eventually later on, if you do the combat arena, that does not look comfortable.
I was shifting.
Okay. But when you do the combat arenas, you can do missile barrages as well, like missiles from your fists, and then as well as a unibeam charge. I haven't done the unibeam yet, but that sounds pretty cool. Voice acting is fine, like it's fine stuff. Nothing really to write home about. The banter's there though. It seems like the writing is fine. Is like pretty funny. I don't know.
This is a PS exclusive.
I don't know who the bad guy is. You guys probably know. I have no idea what their name is, but
AIM?
Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Isn't it AIM?
I guess I don't know.
Do they have beekeeper outfits?
They hacked Tony's tech.
Oh, but you haven't. Because AIM has beekeeper outfits.
Oh wait, what? What the fuck?
They have like they look like beekeepers.
It's AIM in the Avengers game. Actually, I was thinking it was AIM in Iron Man.
Okay,
it might not be.
But this one has Friday, so she's there. It's pretty cool. There's also like just the starting mission. You start off in this plane, so there's like also moments where you'll be just like interacting with the world and stuff before shit goes down and you have to go off and be Iron Man.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Like there's just things to interact with. Like there's a data pad that you can pick up and like read like about like what's going on in the world of Iron Man. And then I just toss it and it goes through Friday. It's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there's like little moments like that, and I'm really interested in playing more of that. I just want to play more Iron Man.
Awesome.
I'm gonna look up who the bad guy is in this while you guys talk about something.
Okay. So one other thing I played this week briefly, because it was on my list of suggested games, was sorry, I just got cat hair everywhere.
Oh, I know who the bad guy is, by the way. It's Ghost.
Oh, from
okay.
Yeah.
You know who that is then? From Ant-Man 2.
Iron Man 2?
Ant-Man 2.
Ant-Man 2.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. The chick who kept phasing through shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember that actually now. Anyway, another thing I played was Moonlighter.
Is that a hard game?
Is it?
I heard it's
Isn't
hard.
that
Like I said, I didn't play
dungeoning
very
and then
much
like
of it.
selling stuff? Isn't that what
Yeah.
that is? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. One of my family members suggested it to me on the suggested games video, and like I don't know, like I've been mostly just taking suggestions from the other videos I made, so it's all been like GBA, DS, GameCube, like those systems. But I was like, I mean, it's a suggested game. Like, I guess I'll check it out, even though it's like, PC and like modern systems and stuff. And it was also free on Game Pass, so there's that. But yeah, I checked it out a little bit, and like visually, I really like it, but the gameplay just didn't hook me. Because like I remember before the game came out, I heard a lot about it, and like it looked like people were calling it like a Zelda clone. Because you go through dungeons and stuff. But then I saw the word roguelike and I checked out. But the thing is, like, it's not very good at being a Zelda clone. Because, like, the dungeon stuff isn't that interesting. You basically go into the dungeons, there's, like, rooms full of enemies, you attack the enemies, take them out, steal the materials they drop, and occasionally there's, like, some light platforming and stuff. But it seems like the main, like, gameplay loop is grabbing materials, selling them in your shop to make money, and then using that money to, like, buy upgrades and stuff like that. And then you go back into the dungeons. So it's almost more like, I just lost the name. Cryptid Necrodancer. Because like each dungeon is like elemental themed, and like it's harder, as you go. And the stuff you get in the dungeons lets you, get stronger before you go into the next dungeon. But there's also just like kind of a shop mini game between that, where like you can put things down for whatever price, and people will come in and like they'll like their expressions will tell you if your item is too expensive, or if it's like, just right, or if it's a really good deal and they're excited to buy it because it's cheap, things like that. And whenever those price ranges are made, they get documented in your journal. So the next time you get that item, you can see what a fair price for it is. And like, that's kind of cool, but it also like, that's the day. Like what you do during the day is just drop your items down for whatever price, let people buy them, and then drop the next item down. And it gets a little repetitive. And then you go back into most likely the same dungeon, get more stuff, and then do the same thing the next day. And as far as I can tell, that's the loop. Like, that's all I've seen, at least. So, like, there's some interesting elements where it's like you're building up your resources and stuff to bring new shops and stuff into town. So like, you can bring an armor shop in to like get better equipment, things like that, like when you get enough money. But that's still just like getting upgrades to go back into the dungeon and be stronger. So I'm not sure if there's anything else to the game. But it looks really cool. Like, I love the pixel art style. It kind of looks like Hyper Light Drifter. But yeah, I kind of figured out what it was pretty quickly, and I realized it probably wasn't for me. But it's interesting, and it's free on Game Pass if you want, So, like, the barrier to entry is pretty low.
Nice.
Really?
I also played a little bit more of I Expect You to Die, because you talked about it.
Rude, motherfucker.
And the mission I'm in right now, it's like you're in this little capsule thing, and you're supposed to like fix it up before you do something else. But I just got so frustrated with it because it's just it's not because like I feel like I'm claustrophobic or anything. It's just annoying to try and find, like, to turn around and like pick stuff up and stuff while you're.
Yeah.
I was sitting while doing this, so maybe it was on me, but I don't think so.
Well, you're really working against time because, like, in my example, I said it's the window washer, and like you break the window and then the alarm goes off. So like you have that amount of time to figure out like where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is trial and error at some point, and that's not very fun.
No. Yeah, that's what it is now.
Yeah.
At least with the windshield washing, it's like fairly simple. This is like, oh, you have to take care of your air, and oh, there's like a grenade in the engine. You gotta take that out, but you can't let go of it because if you do, the pin's gonna break and it'll blow up and kill you. And there's like a whole bunch of crap like that.
A lot of elements.
Yeah,
that sounds like busy work. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Right. It's just juggling.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Everything else has been Destiny related, so.
Yeah. I mean, I did do some more Beat Saber. I do that pretty much every day. There's actually a few new custom, just because we were talking about it last week. There's a few new custom levels that I found that are really good. Let me see if I can find them again. I don't remember where they are.
You should put that one in about the Ugandan pallbearers. You put that in there. You haven't seen that meme?
No.
Oh,
it's like the dancing pallbearers.
Yeah,
and they so.
Sorry, as soon as you said pallbearer, that's what I did. My mind just went
to...
Yeah, exactly.
Yes!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Wrestling.
I'm talking about two different kinds of pallbearers. You haven't seen... I need to show you that meme.
You have to know who pallbearer is. Everyone does.
Yeah.
That's a person? Pallbearer?
Yeah, but also, pallbearers. So,
yeah.
Like,
Gotcha. Anyway, I've actually done a few expert songs. Like, some of them are ridiculous. Like, a lot of these custom levels, even when you get into a good beat, the note location is just absurd. Because, like, on the real songs, you can kind of get into the rhythm, and, like, it's the same thing for a while, and then it mixes up, and then it goes back to the same thing, and then it, like, there's patterns to it. But on a lot of the custom songs, the pattern is the same in that, like, the notes are hitting on the same beats, but they're in random locations.
Mm.
So it's like one run of it, it'll be like down, up, left, right, down, up, left, right. The next run of it will be up, right, left, down, up, right, left, down. And it's like, you can't get into it. But there's a few really good ones, and those I can generally get expert on because they make sense. Probably one of my favorites is Best Day of My Life by American Authors.
Love that song.
It's fun. And I can't do I might have mentioned this one last time. I can't do expert on it, but Gym Class Heroes, Stereo Heart, that's a really fun one. I still can't get the friggin' Duel of the Fates song to work. I don't know what's going on. Makes me mad.
You need to hack into the Matrix. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, let me play around with it again.
Just hang on. Let him hack into the Matrix real quick.
I've got the 2L City songs I got expert on, which I'm pretty proud of because those are like
what you should do?
Fast songs. No, it's Good Time and When Can I See You Again.
Okay.
Firefly wasn't a good version.
Yeah. Okay.
You should see if you can get any of the Sayonara Hearts songs on there because that considering how that rhythmic that game is, I think that would be perfect for Beat Saber.
Are they like custom songs? Are they like
I
radio
don't know.
songs?
He's just saying you should try and get the Sayonara Wild Heart.
See if that's.
I know nothing about that game.
It's a rhythm game, and it's like it's very music. It's an album made. Basically, what happens if you make an album into a video game, and that's perfect for Beat Saber. If it's a thing, if it is a thing, if you find it, I recommend you try it because the music in Sayonara Wild Hearts is fucking amazing.
Is that on PC now?
It should be.
Okay.
I don't know, dude.
I do want to find more video game songs, but like from video games that I know, I would know the songs. That's what I was asking if Sayonara Wild Hearts is like radio songs or if it's its own music.
I have no idea. I haven't. Who the fuck listens to the radio anymore?
Probably its own songs.
Most likely.
I haven't turned on the radio in like 20 years, and it's probably not an exaggeration.
But yeah, I tend to play the same songs in Beat Saber over and over again, so there's not much to report there. But I'm getting better. It's really satisfying when like I can see myself improving.
Yeah.
I still can't do the campaign ones though. I finished that one that had the maximum combo one I was complaining about. I finished it, and it opened up 2 more courses that had a min and a max combo. And I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because one of them was minimum of 28 and maximum of 32. And the other one was minimum of 30 and maximum of 32. So basically you have to get all of your combos within like 2 to 4 runs of each other. And it's impossible. I hate it.
It's not a story mode, it's a challenge mode. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
No, but I'm saying, they call it a story mode, though, right? So.
Oh, well, it's campaign.
Yeah, well, campaign means story to me, so.
Yeah. But it's awful.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it ever ends. I assume it does. Unless it just, like, randomly generates challenges for different songs and it just keeps going. But, like, I want to get to the end of it. But I also just don't... Like, it's so unsatisfying to, like, get it right. And, like, at the end of the song, screw up on something trivial. And have to do the whole thing over again.
I just gotta say, I watched this trailer. The trailer for Sayonara Wild Hearts was playing in, like, the left side here. And this game looks awesome. I should have played
It
this.
is!
I should have played this.
There's a reason why it was one of my games of the year from last year.
Yeah, this looks
so
sick.
Good.
Right.
It's short, but God, fuck.
I'm gonna check this out.
I'll look at it.
Please do so.
They're sword fighting on top of motorcycles.
Yeah, dude, it gets crazy. It gets real crazy with the visuals.
Oh, it's Annapurna. Huh. That is a theater company.
Also, voiceover by Queen Latifah.
Huh.
Oh, this is the Queen Latifah game? Okay. I've heard of it then. I mean, aside from you talking about it.
Talked about it was my game with you.
No, I know. I'm saying aside from you talking, like I'd already heard of it. I didn't realize it was that game.
Yeah.
Post anime crying girl gif here.
Which one? You have so
I don't
many.
know.
You have so many.
I have a lot. I need to change it up.
Was it a Game Boy cartridge?
Of what? I don't know.
There is a cart. There is a cart.
Oh, physical version? Yeah.
No,
but like
no. I mean, like in the game.
No, in the trailer, there's like a Game Boy cartridge.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That looks weird. Oh. It'd probably be cool in VR though, if it existed.
Oh, oh my god, yeah, that game would be awesome in VR.
Yeah.
Especially when there's certain points where like you get the perspective of the bike and you're basically ziplining through forests. Oh my god, it gets insane.
Speaking of, we need to play more Rec Room.
You need to play more Rec Room.
No, yeah. I'm saying speaking of VR.
Yeah, we can try that out. But speaking of Game Boy cartridges, let's head into the news and talk about the Game Gear Micro. Everyone
which has nothing to do
this.
with Game Boy cartridges, but whatever.
I mean, it was its competitor.
It's the portable competitor of the Game Boy. Come on.
Anyways, stupid.
So everyone asked for this, right?
Oh my god.
No.
No? What do you mean no?
To quote one of our friends, leave it to Sega to make a stupid hardware decision.
So to mark the company's this is for the 60th anniversary. Sega decided to take one of its the Game Gear and split it off into 4 different Game Gears.
No one asked for one SKU of this, much less 4.
And also, it's a very, very tiny Game Gear. It's only 80 millimeters wide, and the screen is 1.15 inches across.
You want to know what the biggest problem was with the original Game Gear?
And hang on. This will cost $45 USD.
Oh my god. I don't know. I can't. For those who don't remember, I had both a Game Gear and a Sega Nomad. Nomad was better because you played Genesis games on the go, even though you needed to have it plugged in to do that. The biggest problem with the Game Gear was the fact of a thing called screen crunch. I'm looking at you, Sonic 2, for the Game fucking Gear. Oh god! And now you're telling me, now you're telling me you're gonna put that screen crunch, and let's reduce it even more. Have fun, assholes! Like Sega, everybody's screaming at you. Dreamcast Mini. Come on, you have the library to do it, right? You don't even need like the third party shit. Nah, here's 4 different for $45. God.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. People will buy this just to have it like in the background of their, their
You could buy a
displays and
Game
stuff.
Gear that's cheaper.
No, I'm just saying, like, the size of it, like, it's good, like, to put on display, but not
It's
actually
a fucking
use.
keychain.
Yeah. But, like, the thing is, when I first saw this announced, I thought, like, the size of it was exaggerated. Like, I thought the idea of, like,
when I saw
a
that
Game Gear
cover
sits in your
image or that
palm.
thumbnail, I thought that was just like, a mock-up or like someone making fun of it, right?
Nah, man.
Nope.
But the fact that the entire thing fits in your palm means it's not going to be comfortable to play.
No.
This
And
this
the screen
beer can
is stupid.
Is bigger than the Game Gear Micro.
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to play a game on the screen the size of our president's penis.
And the Game Gear was already trash anyways. I mean, granted, it did have color back when the Game Boy didn't have color, so that was cool back then. But, like, now it's like, why?
Yeah, the Game Gear was infamous for this. And also it came with the big window mode, or the big window peripheral, which I had as well.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like,
That reminds me of the magnification thing for the Game Boy, which I had.
I imagine you're a Sega of Japan executive. Our 60th anniversary is coming up. We had humongous. I think they had success with the Genesis Mini. I want to say they did. Even though like it went on like sale for like $50 like 5 months later, which is not bad. What should we follow up with? Somebody in that boardroom said, "What about Dreamcast Mini? Because that's their next popular console next to the Genesis."
You got thrown out the window.
Yeah, and then like no fucking Game Gear Mini. Not even the Nomad, which is bigger. Which you can play Genesis games on there. No, gotta do the fucking.
Okay, so there are 4 different SKUs, 4 different colors. So the black
And
one.
the most egregious thing about this,
All the games are different on them. So, the black one comes with the first Sonic, Outrun, Royal Stone, and Puyo Puyo Su. The blue one comes with Sonic and Tails, Gunstar Heroes, Sylvan Tail, and Baku Baku Animal.
Why would you play?
The red one includes Game Gear Shinobi, Columns, and the 2 Megami Tensei guiding games. And the yellow one has Shining Force 1, 2, Shining Force Final Conflict, and Nazo Puyo Aru Noru.
That would be the only one worth buying if you're gonna buy one.
Why?
so basically, if
Because
you want,
Shining Force is an RPG, you could probably get away with whatever.
The screen size.
Yeah.
basically, if you want all of these games, you have to buy 4 of these tiny $45 consoles, and charge all of them separately, and then play an inch from your face on a 1-inch screen.
Some dumb YouTuber's gonna do it and then bitch about it. That's the sad thing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Does it have like
get that
HDMI out
content,
or
man.
something? Like, is there anything worthwhile about this?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Like even like diehard. Like I'm a diehard Sega fan. I'm like, we don't like. Come on, guys. Like I get it. Maybe the Dreamcast Mini is a little too hard because emulation. Whatever, right? Then don't fucking do this. Fucking, you know what would have been better? Game Gear posters or game posters. You can buy posters off Sega's website that commemorates their six. That would have been better than this.
Yes, 1-inch tall posters.
Yeah, that's what they would do.
The first comment on the article is, "What is this? A console for ants?"
That's perfect.
But no, they somehow managed to make something smaller than the Game Boy Micro, which was already a bad idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make it through?
We'll leave Sega to fuck up hardware.
Yeah. And it's typical, isn't it? You had major success. You had somewhat decent success with the Genesis Mini, and then they fuck it up with the next thing because that's classic Sega. What a way to celebrate! Maybe it's the true to the spirit of Sega that they have to fuck up after success, and the true meaning of Sega's 60th anniversary is the fuck ups we made along the way.
Yeah. What's annoying is this could have been really cool. Like, you have a mini console, not 1.15-inch screen, but a small like battery or lithium ion battery powered console with 16 games on it. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 16 games. That comes in 4 different colors.
That would have been cool.
Right.
Like maybe not as small as big, like maybe not as obviously not as big as the original man, but like a little maybe a little bit smaller, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they could have maximized screen size by making the handheld the same size.
Sure.
But like, you know, a better use of space.
All right, I gotta ask the question: does this incentivize Nintendo to make the Game Boy Mini?
No.
No.
Hell no.
No, they don't see this as a threat.
No, it's like
No, but like, does it make them go, "You idiots! Let me do it better"?
no.
No.
No, they don't have no. They'd be like, Sega did what? Who are they again?
I mean, I think if they were already working on it, that would be the time to flex.
Right, that's what I mean.
Oh
But-
god, wouldn't it have been hilarious if like the next day they announced like the Game Boy Advance Mini, right? And it's like, and
I would
it's like,
die.
and it's like actual proportion, and it can play Game Boy Color and Advance games, like
Because like with how quickly those things are hacked, I would friggin' love that thing.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Game Boy Advance is my jam.
So speaking of botched releases, Silent Hills PT. So there is a remake mod for Half-Life Alyx that allows you to play Silent Hills PT.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Whoever made this is a monster.
Justin, when are you streaming this?
PT? Never.
The first thing I thought of, because God, I got flashbacks to like, you know, that year every fucking YouTuber did a video of it, which I love because God, nothing's funnier than seeing people shriek. I'm being sincere about that. I love that shit. But I can only imagine when you're like going down a hallway and you hear, what was the woman's name again? Rachel something? I don't know.
Rachel Berry.
Yeah, and you hear from behind you. That terrified me. I'm not even in VR. Like, or oh my god, whoever.
I mean, yeah, this is cool for VR.
It's a monster. You're a monster.
I do plan to get Half-Life Alyx eventually and stream that when I have a better like VR stream setup.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have like the green wall and stuff, you know, be able to put myself in the game. Anyway, but like I don't understand the appeal of this. Like just recreating the game inside of Half-Life Alyx.
Well, PT had a cult following, and it was a sensation on the internet for sure.
Yeah, and you can't play it anymore, really.
And Resident Evil 7's huge in VR, so why not go with PT? It's a logical step.
Yeah, but like people need to get over PT. Like it wasn't even a finished game. It was a concept demo. Use that to make something new.
Yeah, I'm not hurting anybody. That's just a mod, and I just like the idea. Like it's like that game, that demo was more terrifying than Resident Evil was before that point. Obviously, they took points. I mean, even more so, they took points from PT to Resident Evil 7. So, like you know, it's just another way for the game to live on because Konami doesn't want it to live on.
You can't get that game anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it should have lived on. Like I think that's why I think this is cool because it's another way for it to live on in some way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it's neat and like it's cool that like they're going to continue to update this thing, but it just feels like if you're gonna like make a horror mod inside of another game, make it something new, like, you know, a spiritual successor to PT, rather than just recreating that thing.
Yeah. It was probably easier to do it this versus than doing the former versus the latter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I just see it as this is a way for the game to continue living, unless Konami sends a DMCA, which they might because they're assholes. They're fucking assholes.
Do they even care?
They care so much that you can't fucking download it anymore, and once you delete it, it's gone forever. So
speaking of re-releases of things, Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning is releasing on August 11th, according to
That's Xbox a great title.
Re-Reckoning.
Re-Reckoning. Yeah, this was a solid RPG, like action RPG game. I don't know if you guys have played it or not.
Briefly.
Did.
I
played it like it was free on PS3, I think.
Yeah, I never got to finish it, but it was so big, it was so expensive, and it was a really good game.
Yeah. I remember it being frustratingly hard. But then again, I probably didn't understand how Western RPGs worked at the time. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, it will wreck you if you're not ready.
Yeah. Remember this? I think the first boss was like a spider bitch. My God.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how they like got the rights settled, because like you had Todd McFarlane involved, you had Ari Salvatore involved, Kurt Schilling, you fucking racist piece of shit, involved.
38 Studios.
Well, it was bought by THQ Nordic, so that's how.
Yeah.
Well, I'm I'm wondering like the other people I mentioned, like how do their rights evolve into it? I guess they must have come to this agreement or something, because Todd doesn't put his name in something unless he gets something out of it.
Yeah.
Usually.
No, I was just joking, because like everything THQ Nordic buys, they seem to figure out a way to do something with.
Yeah. I mean, people have been asking about this game for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a huge like botch with it where it just did not sell well. They overspent on it and it closed up the studio.
They were,
and then it found love afterwards.
If you want to, there's actually Matt McMuscles did a really good What Happened video on this game.
Oh, he did this one? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he did this. Oh, okay. It's so good.
I'll check that out.
It goes into whole like how they moved to Maine, and how Kurt Schilling thought like, oh, I'll put a team of all-stars together because I'm a sports guy and that's what you do, even though that's not how game development works. Fucking idiot. Leave it. But and how like they con Maine out of money and they had to go to law.
Yep.
Like, there was a lawsuit. Yep. Yeah, shit was crazy.
Yeah, man, it was nuts. But I'm glad to see this.
I'm hoping this goes to Game Pass day one, because it is an Xbox game.
I just hope. It's probably not going to come to Switch for a while if it comes at all. I'm not going to be begging for one. But I really want to give this game another shot, because I think this is one of the games where I let a reviewer cloud my judgment on it. I'm looking at you, Angry Joe. Because all he did, I remember his review to this, like it made me like remember his review. Like all he did was compare it to Skyrim. And at the time I was like, I was an idiot. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do the things I did in Skyrim. And like now, older and not listening to Joe anymore, I haven't watched his videos in like 3 years now. I think that's a blessing. He can do what he does. I'm just not into his content anymore. But like, go with that perspective and appreciate it for what it was, and not compare it to what was out at the time or coming out soon.
Well said.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all of our news stories for today. So, Justin, where can the people find you?
Wow, short and sweet. All right. You can find me at Zero Score on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, wherever. I've kind of been keeping it quiet though, because really yeah, I was right. You should go be looking for some Black content creators to support right now. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
And Ben?
You can find me on Twitter.com/MarvelsA, where I'm not being quiet and I'm calling out assholes left and right.
And I'm liking your stuff and sometimes retweeting it. So.
I just mean I'm not promoting myself.
Yeah, I'm not shaming Justin for not doing it, but I'm just like I'm calling you out. You know who you are, Mr. You just made the list. Fucking idiot. I don't think I plugged this enough here, but Thomas and I do a wrestling watch along on Mondays, and usually the day of or the day after. Thomas puts up a poll, and so this coming up, it actually won't even be done, but it'll be done by the time you
it'll be done by the time we upload this.
Yeah. Thomas and I do a week every Monday. We sit down and we watch a classic wrestling pay-per-view. It's been a little bit of WCW, a little bit of WWF. So if you like wrestling and you want to relive some memories with us, come check it out. We did the most recent ones we did WrestleMania X7, which is, I think I might have ruined wrestling forever for Thomas, or Thomas did it himself.
Yeah, I did it to myself, man. I saw the best pay-per-view I'll ever see, so...
Yeah, you'll never see anything better. And then I immediately follow up with this past weeks of doing Bashes of the Beach 96, which is only remembered for one moment and one moment only, because god damn, that show sucked.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
But, come join us. This coming show will either be a Royal Rumble match, pay-per-view, so that's gonna be fun.
Or a Royal Rumble Match pay-per-view.
or yeah, whatever words.
No, I just mean there's 2 Royal Rumbles on the card this time.
Yes,
so.
yes, there are. So we usually choose it, but hey, tweet at me if there's a pay-per-view you want to see us watch, and I'll 1% consider it, and then do something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but Mellow Gaming Anthony, he replied to me saying, "Oh, you should check these out." So I might consider those.
Oh, I didn't see those, and you didn't share those with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that. And finally, twitter.com/MarvelSeiki for all Animal Crossing content. Now Xenoblade Crossing content. Oh, and BioShock content, because I didn't talk about that. Oh my god. Played that, but not much. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, that's all it for me. Yeah, you know what to do.
And you can check me out on Twitter, CSG Thomas. Also check out our website, charshot.com. Go through some of our back catalog. I'm having fun listening to some of our old shows and just discovering
they were
when
so
certain
bad, though.
things.
Listen, it all went downhill when I joined.
No, that's when it started going uphill.
No, I think the Charge Shot After Dark was like our first like good episode.
Yeah. But yeah, those are a lot of fun, and I've been working a little bit more on the site here and there. Email me, thomas@charshot.com. Visit our Radar podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get podcasts. Much appreciated for everyone who's left a review. And until then, guys, enjoy your games. Have a good night.
You just made the list.